Hey guys, Beija here. Today I'm going to take you through a nice, quick, and condensed yoga workout. So this is going to be an invigorating flow designed to open up all your major muscle groups. So this will be a nice class to fit into your day no matter how busy you are, to really energize and get you going. All right, with that, we'll go ahead and get started standing in Tadasana at the top of our mats. So go ahead and stand comfortably, whether you'd like your big toes to touch, heels to separate, or maybe just keeping your feet running parallel to one another, right beneath your hips. Roll your shoulders down your back a few times, creating a bit more space through the chest. Relax the arms down heavy and close your eyes. Maybe take a moment just to shift your weight around from the toes, back down to heels, swaying to your right, to your left, and then finding a bit more balance between the distribution of weight in both feet. And then begin to find your center. So letting that awareness from the feet travel up the legs towards the space behind the navel. Go ahead and begin to tuck the pelvis under. Pull the navel back towards the spine and then hook it up towards your chest. And then as you feel that engagement and that heat begin to warm up through the belly, allow the chest to stay open. Arms relaxed, shoulders away from ears. And take a deep breath in. See if you can pull your inhale all the way down to the bottom lobes of the lungs. Allow your belly to inflate with air. And then open your mouth, exhale, just release. As you breathe out, just feel the shoulders glide further down the back, body soften and relax, even though you're stable and centered and sturdy like a mountain. We'll take 2 more breaths like that. Deep inhale, see if you can really fill up the entirety of your chest cavity with air. And then complete exhale. As you draw it out, begin to engage through the core just a touch more. We'll take our final breath together like this. Take your fullest, deepest inhale so far. Most complete exhale. Completely release. Maybe push out any stale air that remains in the lungs at the bottom of your breath out. And then seal your lips. So begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Next, inhale. Sweep your arms up overhead. Take up plenty of space as you stretch the outer seams of the body. Maybe lift your gaze towards your palms as they press, and then exhale, micro bend in the knees as you hinge from your hips and fold in half. So feel free to maintain that bend in the knees, especially if you're feeling it in your low back. Feel free to take any movement that feels nice, bending the knees right, left, pedaling out through the feet, rolling the shoulders down the back a few times. And we'll stay here for 2 more breaths. Big inhale. And exhale, see if you can fold a bit deeper. Feel that connection between the belly and the thighs. Take another breath in. Breath out. Next inhale, start to slide your shoulders up towards your hips. Exhale, fold even deeper. Maintain that bend in the knees. Slowly round up to standing. Take your time, feel the joints stack. Once the shoulders stack over hips, inhale, sweep the arms back up overhead. Growing even taller this time round. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold deeper. Next breath in, we'll find a halfway lift. Plant your hands on your shins like you want to push them back. Find a flat back. So you're bringing your torso parallel to the floor like you can rest a book on your low back. Feel the tailbone pull behind you, crown of the head pull forward. Big inhale. As you exhale, fold deeper. Next inhale, feel free to round forward like we did last time round, or maybe reverse swan dive as you come up to your upward salute, reaching your arms up high overhead. Exhale, fold deeply, even deeper this time round, moving into that space that you now have, you didn't have a moment ago. Inhale to a halfway lift, find your flat back, shoulders away from ears. On your exhale, tent your fingertips on the floor. Go ahead and bring your weight to the right heel. Keep it glued onto your mat, and then extend your left leg behind you, coming into a supported warrior 3. So keeping your hips level to the floor, rather than letting the left hip open up to the side. Think about internally rotating through the foot so all 5 toes point straight towards the floor, and then extend the heel back. Breathe in. On your breath out, really gingerly step the foot behind you, soften the knee to the floor. Try to stack the right knee over the ankle, scissor the thighs together. Inhale to your low lunge. Reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, tuck your pelvis under, so just like we did when we first came into Tadasana, standing at the top of our mats, you want to think about pulling the navel in and up and neutralizing through the hips. Breathe in. On your breath out, float your arms behind you, interlace your fingers. Breath in, open up through the chest, send the knuckles back towards the left heel. Lift up through the heart, maybe lift your gaze. And then exhale, press your hips forward. Careful not to let the right knee go past the toes, especially if you have any history of knee injuries. So mindful of where the knee drifts, take a breath in, open up even more, send the knuckles further back. And on your exhale, gently release, hands will come to frame the foot. Breath in, lengthen through the spine, feel it elongate. Breath out, shift back to your half splits. So sending the hips back in space. Try to keep the body or the torso elevated rather than just sitting back on the heel. So finding a little bit of distance between the left glute and left heel. Wrap the right hip back, breathe in, feel that hook pull you forward. Breathe out, hinge from the hips, fold deeper. Like you want to make that connection between the belly and the right thigh. Take a breath in here. Stay for your breath out. Feel that release through the right hamstring as you dig the right heel to the floor. One more breath in and out. Next, inhale, plant the right foot down, Skandasana. Bring your hands to the inside of the right foot as you rotate to your left. So now find a deep squat through the right leg. Left leg will be straight and strong. Dig the heel down, flex the toes up. Feel free to keep your hands on the floor for added support and stability. Otherwise, challenge your balance. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe in. Breathe out, Skandasana to the back of our mat. So maybe use the floor or stay low as you transition to that deep squat on that left leg, right leg straight and strong. Big inhale, lengthen through the spine. On your exhale, release your hands to frame the left foot. Pivot to a lunge at the back of your mat, softening the right knee down. Find the alignment in that left leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, float the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers, chest expansion. Open up through the chest cavity, maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, press your hips forward. Big breath in, find more length through the arms, engage through the triceps. Stay for your breath out. And then gently release at the bottom of your exhale. Hands will frame the left foot, shift back to your half splits. So again, elongating through the torso. So really encourage the left hip to move back, chest to roll forward, and then hinge downward. So feeling this deep through that left hamstring. If you don't quite feel it, really takes a minute adjustment. So whether that means drawing the left hip back a bit more to level out through hips, maybe pressing the heel further downward, or just shimming out through the hips until you find that sticky spot for you. We'll take one more breath. Breathing in to elongate, breathing out to release, and then breathe in. Go ahead and rock back forward to your lunge. We'll plant the palms firmly to the floor. Next breath in, lift the left knee, step the left foot behind you, high plank. If you need to modify, drop down to both knees, but keep the core engaged, so continue to pull the navel in and up. Breathe in. On your breath out, lower down halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breath in, pull the chest through, find your back bend of choice, so that's Cobra or Up Dog. Open up through collarbones, maybe lifting up the gaze, and then exhale again, engage through core as you pull the navel in and up for your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, and breath out. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward to the top of your mat, and then feel free to walk or step forward, finding your forward fold, Uttasana. Inhale, halfway lift, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Next, inhale, rise up to standing. Sweep your arms up overhead, upward salute. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Begin to bring your weight into that left foot. Lift the right leg up for your supported warrior 3. So again, hips are level to the ground. Crown of the head is extending forward as the heel pushes back. Feel the long line of energy here. Breathe in. On your breath out, gently step the right foot behind you. Stack the right heel over the toes. Plant the right palm beneath the shoulder. Runner's lunge. Sweep the left arm up. Maybe lift your gaze towards the left thumb and then draw the shoulder blade in towards the spine. Breathe in. Maybe begin to open up. Feel free to roll to the outer edges of the feet if that's comfortable. A nice stretch through the IT band. And then on your breath out, release the left hand to the inside of the foot. We'll pivot on both heels to make your way to a wide-legged forward fold. So either driving the feet parallel to one another or pigeon-toed. Take a breath in, halfway lift. And breath out, fold deeper. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths just to decompress through the spine. Take any shape that feels comfortable in your upper body. So maybe tripod with the hands and arms, scooping up through ankles and heels, or further opening up through the chest with the fingers interlaced. Breathe in, breathe out, go deeper. Send the weight slightly forward to the ball mounds of the feet. Inhale, final exhale. Release the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, walk your hands to the top of the mat to frame the right foot, getting ready for a runner's lunge with this leg forward. Left palm is grounded firmly beneath the shoulder. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. This time, lifting your gaze towards that right thumb. Breathe in, lengthen up. Breathe out, draw the shoulder blade in. Next inhale, maybe roll to the outer edges of the feet, targeting those IT bands. And then on your exhale, go ahead and release your hands to frame that right foot. Breathe in. Breathe out, step the right foot behind you, high plank. We have a little exercise next, so feel free to drop to the knees to modify. I'm going to modify for just the demonstration. So we're going to lower to a push-up, chaturanga push-up, just 90-degree bend through the arms. Inhale, press up. And then feel free to keep one knee on the floor. We're going to roll open to Vashisthasana, side plank. Beginning to open up to our left with the right palm planted. Breathe in. On your breath out, release the left hand down. Again, if you'd like to modify on both knees. I'm going to go ahead and lift now for the remainder of the demo. Lower down to your push-up, press back up. This time open up in the opposite direction to your right, left palm planted. Breathe in. Breathe out, release the right hand down, push up. We'll do that once more on each side. Inhale, press up. Open up to your left, Vashisthasana. Exhale, hand down, lower. Inhale, press up, Vashisthasana to your right. Exhale, lower, push up. Inhale to your back bend this time, Chaturanga Dandasana. Pull the chest through, lift the gaze up if that's comfortable through your neck. Engage your core and grip through fingertips, transition to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop if you're ready to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Squeeze your big toes together, knees and inner thighs. Inhale, rise up to your Utkatasana chair pose. So sitting back in an invisible chair, weight is in the heels. Maybe lift all 10 toes, flare them apart, and then fan them back down. Tuck the pelvis under, hook the navel in and up. Breathe in. Breathe out, sink 1 more inch. Next inhale, press through strong heels, lift up to standing. I'm going to take your left knee with you, keep the right foot planted. Breathe in. Breathe out to your warrior 3. So now if you need that support, you can rest your hands on the floor. Otherwise, I encourage you to extend your arms back like an airplane. So palms face the floor, one another. Shoulders guide away from the ears. Hips are level. Breathe in. On your breath out, release the left hand down to the floor if it's not already. Inhale, revolved half moon, sweep the right arm up. Keeping that left leg parallel to the floor, hips level, and then really feel the lines of energy as the left fingertips root down, right fingertips sprout up. Breathe in. On your breath out, gently step the left foot behind you, heel stacks over the toes. We're going to come into our revolved high lunge. So feel the right fingertips pull you back as you lift up. Right hand will find the left thigh, left arm will sweep high. Breathe in, press the hips forward, open up through the chest. On your breath out, rotate the left heel to find the floor, open up to your warrior two. Equal weight distribution between both feet. Hips are open to your left side. Big inhale. Exhale, settle. Flip the right palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Maintain your stance. Little to no weights in that back arm. Maybe even find a half bind, pressing the left forearm against the small of the back. Maintain your stance as you exhale, side angle. So whether you'd like to rest the forearm on the knee or reach the hand to the floor, maybe lift your gaze towards the left thumb. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next inhale, left fingertips are going to lift you up, 5-pointed star. Pivot on the feet. And then on your exhale, we'll find our warrior two facing the back of our mat. So now left leg is forward, right leg is strong. Squeeze through the quad, push to the outer edge of the foot. Big inhale, flip the palm, reverse your warrior. And then exhale to side angle. Breath in, really peel the hips open to your side, stacking the right over the left. And then next exhale, release your hands to frame the left foot. Breathe in, elongate. Breathe out, step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Squeezing the legs together. Inhale, chair pose. Squeeze the knees and thighs together. Lift the arms up. Maybe rotate your palms towards the back of your mat. Breathe in, open up through the chest. Breathe out, sink one more inch. Next inhale, press through the heels. Come up to standing. Take your right knee with you this time. Exhale to warrior three. So whether you'd like to sweep your arms back in airplane or hands find the floor for support, breathe in, extend through the heel. Breathe out, right fingertips will now find the floor as you rotate open to your revolved half moon. Pressing the right heel back, firming through the quad and glute. Big inhale. Exhale with control. Step the right foot behind you, lift up. Breath in as you open up through the chest. Breath out, release the left hand towards the right thigh, reach that right arm high. Breath in. Breath out, spin the heel towards the floor, open up to warrior two. Breathe in, feel the fingertips really pull in opposite directions, broadening through the chest. Settle as you exhale. Legs are strong. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Nothing moves from the waist down. Breath out, side angle, taking the variation that feels best for you, maybe even a bind. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, lift back up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two. Right leg is forward. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale to side angle. Breath in. Breath out, release the left hand to the floor. Right hand will come to the outside of the foot. And then we're going to toe heel the right foot to the edge of your mat. Heel will remain on the mat, toes will spin off to 2 o'clock. Breathe in for your lizard lunge. Breathe out, drop down to the left knee, maybe to the forearms as well. 3 breaths as we open up through the right outer hip. Next inhale, press up to palms, lift that back knee. With control, step the left foot forward, sinking into your malasana squat. So hips sink in between heels, palms press together at heart center. Breathe in, lengthen. On your breath out, release your hands to the floor. Step the right foot behind you, lizard lunge on the other side. Drop the knee. Maybe walk the knee further back, especially if you're feeling pretty open. Make sure that the toes are rotated to 10 o'clock. And again, you're not letting the knee drift past the toes if you have a history of knee injuries. And when you're ready, soften down to forearms if that's accessible. 3 breaths. So as you breathe, just tuning into how you're feeling. And Just noticing your thoughts and where they take you. Especially when we're opening up through hips, know that our thoughts can sometimes be misleading. Our emotions are locked in a certain time and place, and they manifest in the body. So here is an amazing opportunity for you to allow that emotion, that tension to arise from the depths and recesses of the body. Shine the light of awareness that you've cultivated through your practice, and healthily and safely let them go through your exhale. On your next inhale, press back up to palms, lift the back knee. Exhale, step the right foot forward, sink to your Malasana squat once more. Big breath in, lengthen up. On your breath out, hands behind you for support as you lower down to your seat. Extend the legs forward towards the top of your mat. Take a breath in. Start to draw the right knee in towards the chest, keeping that left leg long. And then on your breath out, step the right foot outside of the left knee. Toes point straight forward. Tent the right fingertips behind you. Big inhale, sweep the left arm up. On your exhale, two options. You can either hug the right thigh into the chest, or if you have the space, hook the left knee, or rather left elbow outside of the right knee. Breathe in, get tall, get long. Breathe out, look past the shoulder, twist deeply. Notice if that right hip begins to lift. Keep both hips anchored to the floor. One more breath. Staying for that exhale, and then inhale, unwind. So we're going to keep that figure four shape through the leg, so resting that right ankle on top of the thigh, no pressure on the left kneecap. If this is not comfortable for you, you can bring the sole of the foot in, rest the outer edge of the foot on the floor. All right, from here, we'll take a breath in, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, keep your biceps from your ears, hinge from the hips, extend forward, maybe reach for the left foot. Inhale, lengthen, elongate. Exhale, fold deeply. So maybe elbows point straight down to frame the shin. If that's not comfortable for you, again, you're in that modified variation of a single leg forward fold. We'll stay here for one more breath. Notice if you're rounding or hunching the spine, continue to lengthen. Feel that hook in the sternum, pull forward. Press down through sit bones. Next, inhale, lift up. Extend that right leg forward. We'll swap sides. Exhale, draw the left knee in. Hug it in tight. Go ahead and cross the foot to the outer edge of the right knee. Tent the left fingertips behind you. Inhale, get long. Exhale, twist. Again, either hugging the thigh or hooking the elbow outside the knee. Maybe finding a bind. Take a breath in, get long, get tall, shoulders away from ears. Breath out, twist deeply. So moving with your breath to create space in the body. Big inhale. Exhale, deeper in your twist. Inhale, begin to unwind. Find that figure four shape in the legs with the ankle crossed over thigh, foot flexed. Otherwise, find the variation of single leg forward fold. Take a breath in, get long, get tall, and then feel that pull forward as you exhale. Hinge from the hips and reach for the right foot. So maybe you're really flexible. If you're at home, you have some blocks. You can bring some blocks to the outside of the foot, right, resting along the sole of the foot so that you can really extend further forward, especially if you have that space. If you don't have the space, know that you can always come a little bit further back and just focus on elongating through the spine. That's more important than forcing the shape, especially if the shape doesn't feel right in your body. Yoga is a very personal practice and it looks different on every body. So honoring what feels right in your body at this moment with this breath. And on your next inhale, lift back up. Extend that left leg forward. Take your breath in. And then now we'll work with both legs as you hinge forward. Reach all the way in front of you. And then maybe grab onto the feet, those blocks. If you need to, you can bend the knees just to shorten that distance. And then feel all that space you've created. So close your eyes and then really feel the backs of the legs on your mat. Feel the heels extend further forward, like you feel a thread attached to them pulling you to whatever is in front of you. And then feel your tailbone pull back, so creating a bit more length through the back side of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings. And start to feel that length translate to the low back. So you lengthen through the spine. And then even feeling that compression through the front side body as the torso rests on the thighs. Take one more breath here. And press down through heels, through tailbone. Inhale, lift back up. Reach your arms overhead. And then from here, on your exhale, maybe roll down to your back if you'd like to close off your practice in Shavasana, or make your way to a comfortable seat, whether that's cross-legged or sitting on top of your shins. Go ahead and place your palms face up on your knees. Roll your shoulders down and back. Take a big breath in. And breath out. And whether you're seated upright or resting back in Shavasana, and start to tune into how you're feeling energetically. So noticing where you naturally feel tension and tightness. Maybe that's through the jaw, the brow, maybe even behind the eyes. The chest, shoulders, the hips. Noticing where the energy is flowing a bit more freely with ease after all that mindful movement. And just take a moment to cultivate a sense of gratitude for your body, for where it is now, and excitement for where it'll be as you commit to consistency in your practice. Whether that's a few times a week, a few times a month, just carving out the space and time for you to connect with yourself through mindful movement, deep conscious breaths. And know that this feeling of peace and centeredness is always available to you with just a single breath in and out. Remain here as long as you need. From the bottom of my heart, it's an extension of your own. Namaste.